Dak, other than, home field advantage, traditionally speaking, you guys offensively are so much more explosive at home, averaging over 41 points a game, kind of lose some of that steam on the road. Is there anything in particular outside, again, of home field advantage that, you guys can parlay onto the road from your home field success?
I mean, I don't have that answer for you, honestly, right now. It's something that, looking forward to being at home this week, um, enjoying that atmosphere, right? Keeping it electric, keeping all the good stats and everything you're talking about going and rolling, and then get that answer on the bye week to make sure when we come out of that, we're the same offense and the same team that we are home or away. Right now, it's hard to say exactly this or exactly that, but something that we got to figure out because we need to play more like we do at home when we're on the road.
You know who has a better home field advantage than you at AT&T?
Sure.
Kyler Murray?
Yeah.
Is it crazy that he's never lost a game here? Have you heard that stat?
Yeah, I've heard that stat. I mean, I think that's mad impressive, right? 4 state championships. Don't know how many regular season games he played there, and then, right, I'm sure he played a few in college, playing for the teams he played for, and then having won against us twice.
Yeah.
Twice?
Yeah.
I was hurt one of them. Yeah, it was Monday night. It is impressive. Hell of a player. I mean, you go back to his freshman year. Obviously, he's been a hell of a player. Super electric. Not honestly surprised. Something I'm sure that he wants to continue and build off of, and I'm here to make sure that doesn't happen this Monday.
Earlier today.
How do you guys fix the pre-snap penalties that keep happening?
Yeah, communication and focus. When the communication is just making sure everybody's on the same page. As I alluded to, I had one obviously last week. Got ready to come out of my stance as well, but it's just something that can be fixed with one reminder to everybody. A lot of nuances, a lot of motions, a lot of different words and things. And at the line, right, depending on what position you are after, so many calls or this and that, you might need a reminder. So that's just us sticking together, communicating out, leaving nothing to chance. And we will get them cleaned up. That's a fix.
Earlier today, Clayton Adams was asked about Buda Baker, and he actually quoted Phillip Rivers, who said that the most difficult DB to throw against is one who does something unpredictable. So I wonder if you agree with that description of Buda, and is it difficult, but does it also create opportunities?
Yeah, I mean, you nailed it. It's difficult, but in the same instance, there are opportunities. When you have the freedom that Buda does and plays the game and sees the game like he does, he's very instinctual. He's going to make some plays, but we've got to make sure that we can use that to our advantage as well. Him shooting the gap or him trying to time the motion or playing to what he thinks, is a play from last week. So we've just got to have counters off of that. And, he's a hell of a player. And to the unpredictable or just not knowing where he is, you're going to know where he is pre-snap, but post-snap, it can change in a blink. And so that's just credit to him, credit to the freedom he has in this defense, and he's playing well.
Dak, we've seen teams in the NFL going forward on fourth down at historic rates and succeeding at historic rates, scoring a lot of points on drives that include fourth down conversion. With your defense being where it is, do you see an advantage in you guys going for it more often on fourth down moving forward?
I wouldn't say it's necessarily on our defense as much as it is on the confidence we have in our offense. And, yeah, perhaps. One, as you just said, it's kind of the way the trend's going, right? A lot of things to take into account, the momentum of the game. Where are you at in the game, right? Where are you at in the field position? But I think there are some opportunities for us to take a couple of more chances at that and convert them, and look forward to it.
Dak, regarding George Pickens, can you speak to your comfort level with him, how he makes your job a little easier, and how much of it is X's and O's and how much of it is chemistry?
I'd say 50-50 X's and O's and 50-50 the chemistry, but shoot, the chemistry is just on how hell of a player he is, and he just makes my job easy from how much space he can create and how well he gets open and the ability to not even have 50-50 type jump balls, right? We know they're more 70-30, if not higher, because of a penalty opportunity thrown in there. That he's a special player, and with the scheme part, Shadi and the guys are doing a hell of a job of moving him around, right? In the time of CD was gone, we got to see that, yeah, he's not just an outside player, and he's not a boundary player. You can put him in the slot, you can move him wherever you need to, and he's taking all that responsibility on and asked for more, and he's going to continue to do well in the positions that we put him in because that's just the guy he is.
This is the last game you're playing before the trade deadline. You have experience with what kind of positive change in player acquisition like Amari Cooper could be. Do you have any thoughts about what this team's approach should be, or what you think you could accomplish at the trade deadline?
Sure. I get. Yeah, it definitely can help a team. Right now, being naive and understanding where we are, and to say one position is the where we need to go or that, I mean, I'm not sure. Leave it to the guys, right, who are in those talks. I'm sure making those decisions and working hard right now as we near the deadline to figure out something. So it definitely can help. It definitely can help. Not going to shy away from saying that. But I will go back to what I said after the last game. I just encourage the guys in the locker room to do whatever they can in this time to shut that talk up. And that's just them, all of us looking in the mirror and just trying to say, where can I be better and how can I take advantage of this opportunity before it passes me by.
Is it
Speaking
different
of
now than in
opportunity.
2018 because it was so obvious what you needed in 2018?
Yeah, for sure. And I feel like sometimes on offense it's much easier to tell, this player or this part of the run game or something, right, can open up the rest. And so defense, it can be different, right? And so leave it to those guys making the decision, but I know it can help.
Dak, we know obviously you grew up a fan of this team. We know there's been pent-up frustration with the drought and whatnot, the lack of playoff success. Jerry had a comment in an article yesterday about kind of having more focus on other business ventures than being GM. As a fan, from that standpoint, can you sympathize with the frustration of fans at a comment like that?
Yeah, sure, for sure. Right, you read the comment, and being honest with you, I don't know the full context of it. I do know that a piece of it, and but being a fan and you just read that or hear that, yeah, of course. Especially right as many fans are and do, and thankful that they do live and breathe by this team, and they feel like their jobs are, putting all their effort into this. So yeah, that can definitely be frustrating. But in that sense, I would just say, like, the guy's never really lied about who he is or what he's trying to do. And I think right there he's just, hopefully he was talking about in that one particular moment. Maybe in those 5 minutes is what he was alluding to, and having a chance at a $100 billion opportunity. I think you might take 5 minutes as well and go answer a call. So hopefully that's what he means, right? And but I can see I can be frustrating. Once again, for us as players, we can control. That doesn't pertain to us right now. Our job is to make sure that we're getting ready for Monday night and going to be the best team that we can when we go out and play the Cardinals. And yeah.
And with that, we talked last week a lot about trying to string wins together. We talked about the trade deadline, the bye coming up. Just from an urgency standpoint, what's the urgency level now to turn that corner?
Win this one. You're right. We got to start a streak. It's vital, but this is a good chance. I'd say so. And right, getting this win, getting on the bye week, getting guys healthy. Right, maybe they do something, as y'all said in the trade before the trade deadline, and then getting ourselves healthy and coming back after this bye week to get win number 2. But it starts off with the first one, so this is most important right now.
Dak, speaking of getting healthy,
what do you like about playing on Monday night?
I've always loved Monday night. I think that's the one as a kid you've always looked up to playing, right? And Sundays are great. Sunday night football special, your prime time. Never take anything away from that. But it was something about going to school on Monday, talking about the game, and then going home and watching the game that when you're now in this position, these are the fun ones. These are when you truly know the world is watching. You remember the kid that you were when you were watching, Brett Favre or Peyton Manning or whoever it was on those Monday nights that you got home from school, and you just want to make the most of it and put on your best performance.
Hard to believe this is just your 7th Monday night game with the injuries. Talk about missing the Arizona one. Is that kind of weird here in year 10?
No, I'm thankful for any of the opportunities I get to play on it. So just go take advantage of this one and get a win.
Dak, you mentioned health, so circling back to that, in the opportunities he's been given, Brock Hoffman has showed himself more than capable. But when you presumably get a guy like Cooper Beebe back this weekend, can you just talk about the positives of having Beebe back under center?
Yeah, a guy that's just very, very confident. I know itching to get back out there. If you'd have asked Beebs, he would have said he thought he could go, last week. And I'm just glad to, being cautious and being smart and not pushing it, and keeping a player away from himself in that sense. But he's a guy that's ready to get back out there. He's quick on his calls. That allows us to get to a second call or to go deeper into it if we need to in the communication. And I know he's going to play well after missing so much time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.